My question is that we have a guru, and there are some things that we hear about his preachings. That a good deed is seva, or good deed is simran. Seva or simran and surrender. So you have to surrender. Probably the being a bigger, larger being, you have to do things for others, and you have to be in communion with the larger soul. How far do you agree, and what would you like to add to this?
I will prefer to explain this terminology. They are very good terminologies actually. Every guru, every master says very fundamental things, but through our explanation we make things this and that. Seva. The true seva is, in my view, when you realize that there is no other. Fundamentally, there should be other, then you will serve. And that is core mistake. Core mistake. If there is other, there will be conflict. If there is other, there will be division. And if there is division, there will be hate, there will be so many entanglement. In a spiritual scenario, there is only one consciousness. Only one consciousness. In very simpler terminology, when master is not very educated like Sai Baba, he said, Sabka Malik Ek. Then people say, oh, Sabka Malik Ek. Some Malik is there, some God is there in the sky, but nobody is there. In intelligent language, there is only one consciousness, there is only one life force moving through this body-mind organism and that body-mind organism. This body-mind organism only an apparatus, an instrument. Life force is moving. Even we are breathing in the same air, we are sharing our breathing, we are sharing each other. So in a fundamental scenario, there is no difference. So in my view, the real seva is realizing this state that there is no other. Then things will happen. You will do everything correct. You will do everything just out of love. It will happen. You will not feel gratified. Your pride will not increase that I have done so many seva, I have done so many things, I have done so many langas and so many things. You will not think like that. You will do and forget. You feed yourself and do you remember it? You never remember it. You feed yourself, you forget it. It is so natural. So when you realize that there is no other, you do whatever you can do. Whatever you can do. It is not that you should do this and you should not do that. In your capabilities, in your conditionings, through your intellect, seva will happen. And it will happen in the light of realization that there is no other. Then the second very important thing, Sumiran. What is Sumiran? Sumiran is a common term. In pure Hindi we say it Smaran. And in English it is remembering. What is there to remember? What is there to Sumiran? Any name? Any form, any sloka, any mantra, anything? No. The only Sumiran, the only remembering is remembering of the self, remembering of the consciousness within. Everybody is functioning. Remembering, English term is actually very beautiful. Remember. Again uniting, and that is yoga. Actually, yoga means synthesizing, reuniting. Remembering means again reuniting. We have gone away from our source and again reconnecting with the source, returning to the source. As Buddhist scriptures say, this use very beautiful terminology actually. in own language terminologies are very beautiful. They say Srotapan. Become Srotapan. Srotapan translates return to the source. And that is Sumiran. Return to yourself. It is. It is not chanting some name, chanting. Normally people think Sumiran is this. Your Guru has given some name. He has given some mantra. What is mantra actually? It is going beyond mind. When you have gone beyond mind, it is mantra. It is not in words. It is not chanting any word. If you are chanting, it is only mental exercise. Not more than that. It is mental occupation. And going beyond every occupation, becoming unoccupied, empty within, that is mantra. So Sumiran is very important. Third was, what was third?
Surrender.
Surrender. Surrender is also very beautiful thing. Samarpan. Samarpan means trusting and letting the things happen. You cannot do surrender. If I say surrender, can you? You cannot. You can say, yes, I am surrendering. I am is the illusion. When you realize that I am is the illusion, surrender is there. If you think I can surrender, you cannot surrender. So surrender means absence of I am. If absence of I am is there, then what will happen? Then happen non-doership. You will become non-doer. If I am not there, then I am not the doer. If I am, then I will think I can do, I am doer. It's non-doer. As in Gita, Krishna says, you are simply a medium. And it is only language problem when we have to say, you are the medium. It is only language problem. Language is very limited. It has to evolve. There is only medium, not me and you. Medium. I am the medium means I am. I really exist. Then I am medium. I only exist only as a workable utility. My name and your name is only workable utility. I differentiate it only workable ego and actual ego. Workable ego will remain always. If I will call you by name, you will respond. You will call me by name, I will respond. Workable utility. But at the fundamental level, there is no ego. No sense of I am. At the fundamental level. That is remembering. So they are actually beautiful terms, but we have to realize the core meaning, the core realization.